It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Los Angeles Chargers on Sunday night primetime.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're 10 miles south of downtown LA as you get a look inside SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. We're getting set for kickoff in here. Partner, I'm really focused on the start of this game. Both teams emphasize what happens here right at the jump.
And that's why so many of these teams spend so much time all week, Mike, on what they call their opening script. It's not just a series of plays that they like and they just kind of throw darts at the wall. It's how do you unmask the defense? How do you set up future plays and future possessions as the game unfolds? So much time and energy is spent on these first couple drives. I'm with you. I'm excited to see how do they come out, how aggressive, and where do they think the weaknesses of their opponent lie.
Cameron Dicker has the ball teed up as we get underway. And off we go from SoFi. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers.
There's not many guys, Mike, in NFL history that while their career is still ongoing, they already are considered a no-brainer finding themselves in Canton one day. And this guy is certainly at the top of the list. Let's not forget, this is not some washed-up quarterback who can't let go of the past. He is still capable of playing at an all-pro level, and if he continues to do so, any team he's on is going to be a Super Bowl contender.
Rodgers going to put it up to get started. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
They'll run. This is Jaylen Warren. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Once again, it's Warren. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. The master of play action, Rodgers. He gets that to his tight end, Smith. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got a man down the field. It's Austin. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
The script going to plan so far. Chance for an early score now. It's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. And he'll take it on in. Roman Wilson. Touchdown, Steelers. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. He knocks it through, and the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick of the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
His skill set can be determined by the letter A. Arm talent, accurate, athletic, and he's got a kind of aura about him. There's something special that they know when he's under center, we have a shot. First-round pick. He's got everything you want for the quarterback position. He needs to take that next step from being a legitimate, bona fide franchise quarterback to a superstar in the NFL.
They'll run here with the rookie. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as the tackle is made just shy of the 40.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
They'll give this to Vidal. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
He's got his man. Allen with the connection.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And the defense all over this one. They knock them down, it'll go down as a loss of 2.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Here comes Vidal. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take them down in the backfield for a loss.
On 3rd and long, it's Herbert. He'll try to run for it. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life, his speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Herbert. He'll take off again.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Herbert. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one. 3rd down coming up.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage, and it sets up 4th down.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he'll get about 3 yards of that back, setting up 2nd and long. From the gun, Rodgers. He finds Austin with the grab. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
They teach these defensive ends to rush to the X. The X is the spot where the quarterback stops his drop, and you can see when he hit that back foot, he had nowhere to go, and he's able to bring him down for a big sack.
On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. Back deep is Darius Davis. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Throwing on 1st down is Herbert. He's going to run it, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
A handoff, and this is Vidal. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They'll run with Vidal. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
On the ground, it's Vidal. A pickup there of 13. 1st down, LA.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
On the ground, they'll go with Vidal. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Herbert keeping it on the zone read. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This one from 47 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers are back within 1. It's 7-6.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steelers' offense ready to get back at it. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. And that's not going to yield a whole lot, up to about the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Rodgers now. This one grabbed by Austin. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A run out of the gun with Warren. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
Up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Rodgers. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Chargers offense and their running back set to go once more. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Herbert now on 1st down. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 17-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now Now a handoff, running right. And this will be good enough for a first down as he gets up past the 25. They'll stay on the ground. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
Right back to him on first down. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Here's Herbert. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. Now he'll run. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? Now Herbert. That one complete to Johnston. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
At the 11-yard line, a 2-yard gain brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. On play action, now Herbert. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, Hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Chargers field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Chargers move out front. It's 9-7.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So, Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They trail by 2, and will start this drive with 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Warren. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
2nd down, Rodgers. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Khalil Mack, 3-time All-Pro, in there to bag another one.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Give him 19 yards on 3rd and 18. They found a way to get it done. 1st down.
And that's just great athleticism on display. He's trying to find someone past the sticks, but he can't. Finally, he says, I'm just going to go get this myself with my legs, and he does. What a run to pick up the 1st down.
They'll run straight ahead with Warren. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. Quick throw here is complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On 3rd and 1, here's Rodgers. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Warren. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down. Now Rodgers. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
To throw is Rodgers. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials indicating, let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. On for the extra point is Boswell. He gets it to go, and the Steelers will up the lead to 5.
14, Chargers 9.
Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. Herbert now on first down. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Now a 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Herbert. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Herbert to the air again. Off he goes. The Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Herbert. And that is incomplete. Glad McConkey the one he was looking for. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
These are game-changing opportunities, Mike. And at this level, when you have a wide receiver that open downfield, you've got to connect. And in this case, he just flat out missed them. And we're talking about a massive play had they...
That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
Next the score, Steelers 21, Chargers 9.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 6. One final throw before the break. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it, and that's going to bring an end to this first half.
With the score, Steelers 21, Chargers 9.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports Studios and our halftime report. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Here comes Vidal. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
They'll give this to Vidal. He'll get this across midfield to about the 49. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle. Second down and 8. To throw is Herbert. Quick throw, taken in.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He'll try to run for it. A gain there of 21. And the Chargers have the first down.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again here.
They'll run with Vidal. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. A handoff, and this is Vidal. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
That's the gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
On the ground, it's Vidal. And he'll bring it inside the red zone. Finding space, gain of 7, inside the 20.
Gain of 7. It's 4th down and less than a yard.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. Wait a minute, a reverse. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
So, Mike, clearly this week in practice, they saw something on tape that made them dial up that play in that situation. But the defense was having none of it. They rallied to the ball, were able to make the tackle short of the first down, and force a turnover on downs here and give their offense another shot.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Once again, it's Warren. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. From the gun, Rodgers. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. Still going inside the 20. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 74 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the 1st down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that 1st down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Davis now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Herbert. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
2nd and 6 at the 39.
Pistol here for Herbert. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. He gets this one complete to Johnston. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. It's good for a Charger 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. On play action now, Herbert. To the left side, catch made by McConkey.
Complete to McConkey. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
It is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Herbert. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
On play action, now, the blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Third and long. Here's Herbert. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
This is one of those coverage sacks, Mike. They had 6 defensive backs just flooding the back end with defenders, and when you force a quarterback to hold the ball longer than expected, it allows that pass rush to get home and results in a sack.
On 4th down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. Back deep to receive is Calvin Austin. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Metcalf.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
2nd down, Rodgers. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one and they let him off the hook.
On third down, Rodgers. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down. Like, living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Steelers getting ready to put this one away, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll look to set up the screen here.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
On the ground, they'll go with Vidal. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert. He runs with it. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
A handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Herbert keeping it on the zone read. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Tight end motioning left. Herbert to throw. Looking middle, and he'll get it complete to McConkey. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
2nd and a yard. Shotgun now for Herbert. There's that man again. Another catch. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. That's into the hands of T.J. Watt.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position, being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Steelers' offense ready to get back to work. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. A run up the middle with Warren. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Denzel Perryman in on the stop. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The home team's offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's Herbert. That one complete to Johnston. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Herbert. This one finds McConkey. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Herbert going to try to throw on third down. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That one complete to McConkey. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing again, Herbert. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone.
Pass interference. Defense.
So now then, 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on first down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4-down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. And he'll go down, back at the 4.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Herbert now on 3rd and goal. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Justin Herbert, touchdown Los Angeles. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers are able to edge a bit closer.
Chargers 16.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. From the gun, Rodgers. He finds Austin with the grab. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. On 2nd down, Warren. And he'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Rodgers on first down. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Here's Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
This a must stop for this defense. Facing third and long. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run it right here with Warren. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Rodgers. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Roman Wilson. Touchdown, Steelers. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. The return starts from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Throwing on 1st down is Herbert. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
To the left side, catch made by McConkey. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Number 6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Herbert to the air again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Herbert to the air again. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. It's 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And he'll work this into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line, taken down after a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Now it's Herbert. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kyle Duggar. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often like that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception, but boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Steelers' offense ready to take over once more. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Warren. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Austin brought in motion. They run on the jet sweep, and he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's a 3rd and 10. Rodgers now. This one grabbed by Austin. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple. They'll try it now with Warren. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down. The Chargers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Now, Herbert. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Shotgun now for Herbert. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Well, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch, because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over them.
And he's going to have the Chargers' 1st down. Well-designed play to pick up 16 and move the chains. Now Herbert again. To the right side and hauled in by McConkey.
Complete to McConkey. On down to the 38-yard line. It's the pick of the 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. Again, they'll throw with Herbert. The open man is Johnston. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. Now they are in business, inside the 15-yard line.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal.
And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Steelers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. First and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night from SoFi.